Good morning, everybody. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to figure out exactly where um, my camera lands. I'm trying to get some things here so I can mark out where my camera lands so that I can stay in frame. Because this new layout, every time I take the camera out, it moves. Okay, I think we're ready. So I have a story about this stone. This I found out from a guy that he does a lot of things, and I can't remember exactly everything about it, but he looked at this and he kind of went over it, and I thought it was just like a bunch of rocks that kind of melded in together. This is actually a baby turtle fossil, not of the exact shell, but the inside of the baby turtle shell. It's the fossil of the insides of the turtle. This is actually like a bone. He kind of went through and explained it, but this was after I'd already drilled it and everything, and it took like 5 drill bits to drill this, even with water. I've had it for many years, and what happened that I come across this was in 2014, I had a really, really bad stroke, and I was in research for a while, and they said I wasn't going to come out of there for 6 weeks, and I would be in a wheelchair. And my grandma always said, she used to complain about all of her friends that would have strokes and heart attacks, and she was like, they just lay there, they just give up, blah, blah, blah. She's right. And, you know, I always remember her saying, they shouldn't give up. If anything ever happens to you, never give up. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't just lay there. Don't let your mind forget that your body's there. And she's right. And I always pushed and pushed. They put me in a room and they ignored me. Even when it came to my tray of food came, nobody would come and help me eat. Nobody would come cut my food. Nothing, you know, and my right hand was not working. My right side of my body was pretty much not moving. I was literally taking my left hand, I would pick up my right hand, and I would move every finger. I would bend it. I would move my arm back and forth. I would take my left leg, pick up my right leg with my left leg, and just move it around. And I was doing this all on my own because they didn't care. It was like, just ignore. She's on Medicare, Medicaid, whatever. I'm not a senior citizen, so, you know, they didn't care. They just left me there. So I wasn't about to give up. I came out of that hospital in 6 days using a walker. I had to take 30 steps with a walker. It wasn't pretty, but I did it. And I came out of there in 6 days. Not because they helped me, because I did it on my own. And part of my therapy, Alan was taking me to, because I had no place to go. I left a really bad situation in the middle of the night, and he was the only person I had left to call. And he came and got me, and I stayed here. And so we would go to rivers and places like that, and I would just sit in the river. And believe it or not, that was some of the best therapy I ever had for my legs and stuff. And I would just pick up handfuls of stones, and I was making jewelry with it. This was in one of my handfuls of stones, and I'll go through it and I'll pick out pretty stones. And this is one of them. This is my favorite piece. I'll never part with it. And I've made, like, this is like the 3rd necklace I've made with it. This is all from Bargain Bead Box. And I wire wrapped this leather. This leather came from Walmart. It's really stiff. It's not very comfortable on the neck. I have a lot of problems with textures. it feels like something's ripping me apart. So I got to do something with this so I can wear it again. And I lost the, it broke off. And I lost the clasp. So we're going to redo this today. So I had everything packed. What happened Saturday was I had pushed myself to the point, and I wasn't eating. Guys, I wasn't eating because of gastroparesis, and I'd gotten really, really sick. So I wasn't eating like I should. And yeah, that happened, and I almost collapsed. And I know better than to do that. So by Saturday morning, I was trying to get in the car, and Alan was come out, and he was like, look, I really wish you wouldn't go. You don't feel good. Just set up a yard sale, which is what I'm working on. I'm taking today and tomorrow off because I did work a lot last 2 days to get everything out of my storage. So there he is. He's cut off. So I will take all of these beads and everything, and they will go into a bead soup and be reused. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm just reusing them. Now, I am using this month's bargain bead box. Okay? Let me close them up so we don't have a spill. And I absolutely love this pendant, and I think that this would look gorgeous. Now, I wear my jewelry up high on my chest because I like things to be seen, and I don't want it down in my cleavage. I don't like dangly jewelry that's going to flop around. So I like my pendants to be sitting. I actually have a large like bump on my chest from where I fell sliding down a bank and then onto a it was really slick. There was like a big, was it like this big? It was probably 4x4, 6x6 post. And when I slid, I ran on top and I fell on top of that post, and I was bruised and it bunched up, and I still have like a bunch here on my chest. And it's always cold unless I get extremely sick. Then it's warm. So if that gets warm, I know I'm in trouble. Funny note. So I am going to use leather again because I don't want anything to wear this down. So we're going to wrap that with leather once again. I want to get this all up in the center. And I thought about using the white leather, but I don't have white to go into it. So I think gosh, I wish I had more of a green turquoise. Is this more of a green turquoise? I think we'll use this. Let's just go for it. And I am going to be using some Eslan. You know what? I think I'm going to use the brown Eslan. Let's use the brown Eslan today. And I'm just going to come up through here, and I'm going to create a figure 8 kind of loop. So we're going to make a big loop, not that big. Actually, I don't really need to do that. I just need to make one loop, and in the back is where I'm going to actually wrap this. I don't know. I might want to make a loop in the center and make it 2 individual. Do I want to? And you know what? My clips are not here, so this is going to be kind of difficult. I took all my clips out to the car. And I don't think I even have a clothespin in here at this point. So I think I'll just use a I don't have a smaller one, sorry guys. We're going to improvise. Sorry. This may not even work. I may have to just go out to my car and look for the clips. And we are going to, is that going to hang down too far though? That's going to hang down too far. Yeah, we're just going to make one loop. And I am going to bring it down really tight. And I'm going to take some of this and we are going to cut it off. Oh my gosh. Yep, I have a pair of scissors here. And I'm going to leave this on this, and I'm going to probably put a bit of weight on it. And I believe once I start knotting, it'll be okay. This is going to be a challenge. I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to make a double knot. Whoops. Once. Twice. And then I'll change the size here in a second. I'm going to tighten down my size, like right about there. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it smaller. Can I go a little smaller? I think so. Okay, we're going to knot it right there. That gives me that much. I'm going to knot it, make sure that's tight, and I'm going to knot it again. Double knot. And let's put another tool down here to hold this in place. Seems how my clips are still in the car. I'm going to go over. I have one side longer than the other, but that's okay. Under and through. There's one. This side over. And I don't really need a whole lot here. Under and through. I just need to be vigilant and make sure that I have all of them going the way they're supposed to be going. Push it up. That's one complete. Over. Oops, sorry, did that side. Over. Under everything and through that hole. So we're making square knots. I would like to get 3. It's one part over. Oops. Up under. There's 2. I think I can do 3. Over. Up under. There's the first part of that one. And now let's go ahead and do the third part. And I have 3 knots on him. I feel very comfortable that he will hold. Get it under, up through, get a hold of him. Got him. Woo! Now let's go ahead, make sure they're all shoved up, nice and snug, and I'm going to double knot, or a surgeon's knot. There's 1, 2. Oops, I lost my tail. 1. It's being fiddly. Okay, hold it. 1, 2, bring it down and tighten it. This will all be glued, so not to worry. 1, get down there a little snugger so I can get one more time through, and glue. This will be at the back, obviously. Now I am not going to cut my thread or anything until I'm ready to glue this. So this will actually be hooked with a jump ring right through one of those. So I think that'll look pretty cool. You know, I might actually, I don't know. Depending on how this looks, I might take a jump ring, a small one, and put like a couple across the middle. We'll see when we get done. We'll see what we do. But this is done. I have to glue this, and we'll do that now so that the glue has time to dry. Get my GS Hypo Cement. We're going to make sure that it is open. Get some glue started out. There we go. Reach up under there. Get glue up underneath there. I can see the glue coming out. I'm going to glue this part of the knot across to here. Going to put glue on each sides of these and glue on the knot up here. And I'm going to let him dry. I'll wipe that off. Get that lid back on, stand him up, and let him set off to the side. Okay. Now, I want to thank everybody before I go any farther that for the amazing support. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Now, also, if you're new to Bargain Bead Box is a monthly beading subscription service. And I think I've moved my little thing here, probably. Yeah, I did. Okay. And it is only $23 a month shipped directly to your door. I do have a coupon code. It's all in the description below. It is Dragonfly 2, all capital letters with the number 2. If you wish to join, and it helps out my channel. So I'm using this focal, and I'm going to put it down towards the bottom. And I want to use one of the turtles. I'm also using one of the toggle clasp. And I'm going to put this right here in the middle. I really, really like that. And I think I want to put some of these here, but you know what? I don't want all those colors together. I want to bring in some green. I still have my Swarovski. People roast me when I get that wrong. You know what? I really like that. Are they the same beads? I want to make sure I'm using the same ones. Yes. We're going to put some of those in there. Whenever I get a chance, I add them. So we're going to do that. I'm going to also add some of these. These are the coral. They look more like peach, but they're coral window beads. We're going to add some of the Myfinite beads. These are actually from, I believe they're from China. I was watching Marcy Creates. She's absolutely wonderful on, if you want to watch her, it has a lot of knowledge on beads. I also have a couple bead caps, a bunch of these. I I have a couple more of these we're going to use. I just have a bunch of beads, guys. I'm also bringing in, because we're using that turtle, I have a bunch of these too. And I want to put some, because of that toggle bar, I need some up at the top. And I have a whole bunch of beads up here. We're just going to string this on wire, which I forgot to get out which color I want to use. And I think we're going to use turquoise today. So I have my turquoise here. And I'm actually going to, I don't know if I'm going to bead string the final part up here, or if I'm just going to do it on pins. We'll find out here in a minute. I need a good strand of this because we are putting a lot of beads on today. I might actually, yeah, I just want to cut off a piece because I always use it on bracelets if I cut off too much. Bracelets and earrings, which I will be making earrings. I do plan on getting my ears pierced. I just, you know, I try to be frugal with my money, and other things are more important than putting holes in my ears. And now I don't know what I did with the bag. Okay, so this is going to be part leather and part bead strung. So, because with being a diabetic, I have neuropathy, and I have a really hard time with textures. So, what we're going to do is plan what's going on up through, and I think I want to do like this, and then I want maybe another one of these. I want one of these, but maybe I want to do this. And then let's see, another one of these. I picked these out that have more green in them. And then let's see, I cannot tell what exactly you guys are seeing. I'm so sorry. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And then let's put some more of these because I can get more beads out as I need to. Some of this. And let's get that turtle in there. Let's go like dark like this. Put the turtle. And then let's go light, dark. And let's put like at least one more on. And then another one of these, then that. Or let's do this, that. Let's go ahead and do two of those. I don't know what you guys are seeing because I cannot see my phone. Let's slide it over so I can see what we've got on the screen. Okay, you can still see that. All right. Let's bring it down a little more. And then let's go ahead and do this side. So we've got green, peach, green, a metal, peach, coral, sorry guys, bead cap, big bead, green, peach, I don't have it going up exactly the same on each side, so let's kind of squeeze it in there a little bit. Peach, I didn't do something right. there, that. Then I'm going to add this, which will have a split here, this, and then there will be a thing. And then I'm going to add a couple of these. Oh, it's going to have a, what do you call it? A crimp thing. And then we're going to add a couple of these. One of these. Oops, green. Sorry, guys. Green. Peach. Metal. Peach. I think that's going to match up, guys. Let's go ahead and get together with this. And I kind of want to add, like, I don't know, they may not fit in with this. And then the rest of this, of course, is going to be leather. So let's get this put together. I'm going to start by going this way till we get to here. So I cut a lot. I cut a lot, guys. Oh my goodness, where's the hole on these? There we are. We're going to have to go just right down through the line. I do not have, I don't even think I have a clothespin in here. But you know what? That's okay. We've got this. Then we're going to add some of these. These help take up the space of the, trying to call them lobsters. No, the, what do you call those things, guys? Words are not coming to me today. Let's go ahead and add 4. Not crimp covers. Clamshells. And I'm adding these little square cubes. Oh my gosh, I'm off camera. I'm adding the little square cubes because that way there's no space at the turtle's head or the turtle's backside. These little square cubes kind of settle into the turtle like that so that my beads all fit. So we're just going to keep beading. Whoops, I forgot to add my dark colored one. I loved this month's box. Whoops. And these beads here are absolutely amazing. I'm putting a big bead cap on. Where are you? Thank you. And when I get to the center, I am going to put this up against myself, and it will let me know kind of where it's going to hang, how much I will need. And I think this will add a little bit of flash. Now we're going to put this on. We're going to line up the hole in my bead. There we go. Pull it through. And let me see. I think this will be fine. I could actually add more beads, but I really don't want to. I think it's going to be lovely. I'm going to go up the other side. And And I'm making sure that I'm matching them up correctly as I go. Make sure you guys are seeing what I'm doing. So we have, now we're putting on the metal spacer. Bead cap. I chose ones that have a lot of interest. They have the swirls in them. They're really, really pretty. And then a green, myphenite, the coral window bead, another metal spacer. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add, just so that they look correct, a couple of these. Let's see where they come. I think that'll be perfect. So when it hangs, they're all in line. I think we can take one off. Well, actually, I'm taking both off because we got to add a, oops, what I do with my kit. It's right here. Need to get some of these out. And I am going to try to match up. I'm going to use those. So I need a couple of those. I'm going to get out 4. Because I'll need them to add the leather to. Why am I hearing a mower? Somebody's here with a tractor. We're going to go ahead and do this. Do I need to give myself more room? I don't think so. If the garage door opens, I'll have to pause you. I think somebody just brought a tractor for Alan to work on, is what I'm hearing. It's that season where everybody's breaking down and bringing him farm equipment. So I'm going to put a crib tube on. Taking, oh, I don't have those out yet, guys. Taking my bent chain nose pliers, getting hold of that, bringing it close to the end. I'm flattening it out. It is good, and then I'm going to trim the extra off. I don't need it quite that long. Bringing this up, giving it the tug test. It's on there tight, closing this down. I'm a little off, so I'm going to straighten that up before I close it the rest of the way. Yep, that's what it sounds like, is somebody's brought a tractor. We're going to bring this all the way down there. Let it be loosey-goosey, but not too tight, not too loose. I am going to I'm not going to crimp this side until we're done. I'm going to get my, I have a kit full of copper findings, and I don't know what I did with it. It should have been right here with the rest of them, but Laura strikes again. Nope. 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 Let's use these little ones out of here. I don't know, are these closer match? Ah, this one doesn't want to open. Let's see which one's closer. I like those other ones better. Let's use those. We're going to, I think we're going to put the toggle, well, no. I think we're going to put the toggle on top, this on the bottom. So we just need a jump ring. I'm checking my camera. It's getting warm enough. Next video, you're going to hear my fan going, but that's okay. I love this toggle. This is two-sided. No, it's not. Okay, I have to make sure that this stays forward, which it's going to turn around anyways. So there we go. So that part is done. And then I'm going to decide if I want to go up this side. So this should match when I hold this up. See where it comes. So when I put the toggle on, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be perfect. Okay, I don't need to add a whole bunch of extras. So I'm thinking toggle, just toggle jump ring. Okay, this is where I have to make an executive decision. Let's go ahead and get one of these. Oh gosh, it's a head pin. But these are really, really stiff. I can take the head off. Let's do that. Let's nip the very end of this off. And let's go ahead and make a loop. I have everything kind of buried here, guys, sorry. Take the very end, and I'm just going to roll it so that it meets itself, just like that. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to rock it backwards so that it's centered, and then close it back up. I'll finish closing that when I get to putting it together. I'm going to put on this, whoops, looks like I did green, window bead, the metal spacer, window bead, and then I close this up. So this would be this. And the toggle can hook right onto that. And this, I'm going to need to add a few more of those little beads there to make this match, but we can do that when we before we put that together. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off what I don't need here. This is going to be fabulous. I love this. I love how it looks. Probably about that much. Let's get rid of the end of that. And then we're just going to grab the end of this, flush with my pliers, roll, grab it again, roll, up, loop, so that it comes down, meet itself, rock it back, oops, to make it loop, bring my loop on down. I let go of it, guys, sorry. And then I will close these when I attach everything. Because this one's actually going to be going to a jump ring that will be fastened to the leather. Now, I am going to kind of work hard in this one. I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to, I don't know, I might want to use a jump ring. So we're going to make sure this one's closed all the way. I am going to kind of work hard in it. Just because that's a big bead, I want to make sure that it has room to work. The toggle has room to work. Whoops, I almost grabbed my wire cutters. That would have been a disaster. Like I said, I can add more to the other side on those little beads. There is that. There we go. And this will be the side. And yes, it does work. So there's that. Let's hold it up. Actually, it's actually perfect, guys. This side is a little loose, looser than the other side. I will add, let me push all these beads down because I see there's a gap. So now that I pushed all the beads down, I might want to add maybe one more cube over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Take these out. Add one more cube. And then they should be exact. One green window bead, metal spacer, window bead. This one's going to get a large jump ring for the leather to go through, and so will this one, but they'll work out in the wash. I'm going to clip some of this off. I no longer need all that excess. I'm going to clip it right here. I'm going to put my clamshell on. I am going to open it up wide because I have to get down in there. Add my, whoops, there he is. He fell down in. Crimp tube, reach down in there and flatten him out. I did a no-no, but of course these are all tight fitting because of this, so it's, yeah, it was snug. It was all snug. There we go. Check that. It's on there. Yeah, I need better clippers. That's on tight. Now, let's get that out of the way, that out of the way. My leather, let's see how close this fits. I need a bigger jump ring on this side. For the leather. This side, to even it out, we'll actually get a smaller jump ring. I know I have one the right size. And this really doesn't matter if it's off by a little bit. There it is. Because it's not going to be that noticeable. It's going to be up on the neckline. So he's going to get that one. And I needed that. It's going to be one of those days, guys. I have not beaded since last week when I did a whole mess of beading videos all at once. So my fingers aren't working. I'm just getting back into flow. So we're going to close this up. Open this one. Hook it on. And these that I got, they came from, I believe, Bargain Bead Box. If you do not work hard on them, they will jump back open. They will, I'll show you the other one here in just a second. You see that? We're going to work hard on it. See, this one I work hard and it didn't come back open. All right, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put this up against me and see where this comes. Right there. Where's this? I want it up a little higher. Right there. Okay. Let's see how much leather I'm going to need. I need it to be that long, so I'm going to measure this. Where did my measuring tape go? I have not gotten it out. And the reason I'm measuring this is because it looks like 9 inches. 9.5. I double check this. Yes, 9.5. And then I need room to fold over and make my thing once and make it twice. So I'm going to cut this right here so that when I make my loops and fasten this all together, it comes out 9.5 inches. I'm only going to do this one time with you. I'm going to put this through. I'm going to bend this over. And again, we're going to use the brown. And I'm not going to keep you here. I showed you how to do it on the pendant. We're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do it on the neckline. I will bring you back when I have this completed, and I'm ready to show you how to size it. Okay guys, I'm bringing you back just to show you that once I have it on this end, I'm going to go to the 9.5 inches here on the very end of this loop that I put here. And I'm going to measure to the 1 inch mark, the 0, here. This is where my loop has to be, and I'm going to bend it over. Okay? And this is what has to be here, that loop. And this is where I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 square knots on this side. So I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, so you're going to hear my fan in the background, but you're not going to see the phone wiggling. That's a plus. I did put a jump ring around this, and I've got this glued down and burned the ends. And I have a jump ring through this part. We're going to go ahead and connect them. Otherwise, they would not lay correctly. Get a hold of this jump ring here. Get a little better than that. Get my fingers out of the way, it'll help. And then I'm going to close up this heavy jump ring. These heavy jump rings wouldn't go through the little holes. I am going to work hard on that. And that's how that part is going to look. And I still have to, I've got these glued. Now I can trim everything. Found my scissors. And you want to make sure you cut the correct one. Do not cut too close to that thread. And now I can pull these threads up. This has been glued for a while, so the glue is dry. And because of the fan blowing, I cannot cut on camera because I have to take this away from the fan, or burn. So you want to cut these really short, not too short because you don't want to destroy your knots. But get your ends cut short. And I have a video where I've shown burning these before, so you can always look back. I do need to get myself an actual thread burner. It would be so much nicer than using a candle or a match or something like that. But let's just pretend I've burned them already. Now, I do always, no matter what I do, I always have issues keeping my toggle facing forward. But there is the finished piece. I love it. And everything lines up perfectly, as you can see. And I love this piece. I am so glad that I have such a beautiful bargain bead box to be able to revisit a beautiful old friend, make it look brand new again. I don't know, am I still in frame? Oh my gosh. And make it new and exciting. Not dark like it was. That was pretty dark. But there you have it, guys. I probably will not edit this video. I'm going to leave it just like it is. I'm sure it's fine. I love this piece. This is amazing. I will take some pictures and put them on a post probably. And if you're not part of my Facebook page, please join me there at Rustic Dragonfly Designs. And I would love to have you all there. And I love this. I'm so glad to be able to revisit an old friend, make him new and brilliant and bright. Thank you, Bargain Bead Box, and thank you all for watching. I love you all, and I'll talk to all of you guys down in the comments below. Bye, everybody.